Okay, so today we are going to be talking about lines and angles. So the first thing we're going to talk about is linear pairs. Now if you think of just a regular straight line that's a lot straighter than that, we already know that the degree measure for that is 180 degrees. Okay, so when I look here at this 99 and this B, when put together they make this straight line. So I know that 99 plus whatever number this angle measure is going to equal 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 99, okay, and that gives me 81 degrees. So I know that the measure of angle B right here is 81 degrees. Okay, we're going to do a similar thing right here. I know 86 plus whatever this B is, need to add to 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 86, and that gives me 94 degrees. Okay. Now we're going to talk about vertical pairs. So here I need to figure out what the measure of angle B right here is. Okay, so I know that 82 plus this part right here need to add up to 180. So when I do 180 minus 82, I get 98. Now I know that 98 degrees plus B will give me 180, and when I do 180 minus 98, that gives me my original number right here, 82. So any angles that are across like this are called vertical pairs, and they're just equal to each other. So here I have 50 degrees, this one is 50 degrees. Here, 63 degrees, so this one is also 63 degrees. So now what I want you to do is, if this is 46 degrees, I want you to find the measure of those three remaining angles. So go ahead and pause, and then once you're ready to move on, press play again. Okay, so the easiest one to do is, I know that this one is also 46 degrees. Okay, in order to find these two, I need to do 180 minus 46. You get 134 degrees. Since these two are across from each other, I know they're the same. Now we're going to extend this. So we're going to talk a little bit about corresponding angles. Okay, so a corresponding angle is when I have these two parallel lines and then a line that goes through the two parallel lines. And the name for that line is called a transversal. Okay, so here I've got this 139 degrees. And if I were to take this green part right here and slide it down, I would show that angle B and this 139 degrees are the same shape. Okay, so any corresponding angle, if I take an angle with a transversal and a parallel line, slide it down that transversal, they are going to be congruent or equal. So this would also be 139 degrees. So if I look at my corresponding angles here, if this is 72, since I could just slide that angle right on down, this one would also be 72 degrees. Now, because I know this, I can figure out all 8 angles with these two parallel lines and this transversal. Okay, so first I'm going to do all the 52s. So I know the one across from it is a 52. I know that if I slide it up, this one is also a 52, and the one across from it would be a 52. To find the other angles, I'm going to do 180 minus 52, and I get 128. So I know all of my other angles are going to be 128. Okay, so those are all 8 angles for this pair of parallel lines and their transversal. Okay, so the next part we're going to practice is, I'm just going to give you an angle measure and a question mark in any of the other spots, and we're going to figure out what the angle measure is. So here, this is a 62. So I know that the one across from it would be a 62, and if I slide that up, this one is also 62 degrees. Here, I know that this is a 56. When I slide that one up, I know this is a 56. Then I know that these two angles need to add to 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 56. So this would be 124 degrees. Okay. More here. Once again, these are just our corresponding angles. So this would be an 85 degrees. Here, flip it across and then slide it up. This one would be 62 degrees. Here, if I slide it down and it's across, this one would also be 66 degrees. Here, if I slide this one down, then I know that these two need to add to 180. So 180 minus 112 gives me 68 degrees. Here, if I slide this one down, and then it's across, this one would be 88. Here, if I slide it up, and then reflect it across, 61 degrees. Okay, two more here. They form a linear pair, so I know that 180 minus 145. I'm getting my angle measure, which is 35. Here, they're just flipped across, so I know that this one is 93. So the next thing I want you to do is, if this is angle A and this is angle B, I want you to take a moment and label each of these whether they would be the same measure as angle A or angle B. So once you're ready, go ahead and press play after you've paused. Okay, so you should get angle A, angle A, angle A. For these, angle B, and angle B. So you can kind of use this as a cheat sheet, but you know that any angle A is equal to any other angle that has A in its position. B equals B, and that A plus B will equal 180 degrees. Okay. Once you've got that, go ahead and do your assignment.